Niggas be stressed about what you be doing more than they worry about their own shit. I hate when these bitches be begging your boy for some cash and then turn around and say eat the rich. They get mad when niggas do it for themselves cause their parents is still chipping in. Oh, you mad? Your bitch play follow the leader after you unfollow your bitch.
Good afternoon, Schizo Tour Reviews here. I bet you're wondering, why am I out here in the middle of autumn wilderness wearing this hazmat suit? Well, it's because they are burning $500 of CT Toys merchandise, bootleg merchandise today, starting with CT Toys Wolverine. This is the figure that started the whole thing for everybody, right? Shartimus Prime saw this action display. This was the first bootleg that CT Toys ever put out, this brown Mafex Wolverine that used to go for hundreds of dollars in retail. So starting with the CT Toys Wolverine, really shit paint job. If you look here at the bridge of the nose, you can see how the paint kind of overlaps on each side of the face. That joint's a little bit nice. Probably because it was thrown like 8 times. I'm very happy that I'm wearing these gloves today because I feel like just having this thing in my presence, I'm starting to feel Chinese. When I hold this figure in my hands, I can feel BPA, all the bad shit. COVID-19, monkeypox, the bird flu, what? I feel all these things getting into my skin, fucking me up in the head, all right? I start thinking about the fact that Tiananmen Square didn't happen. You know, what's your name again, Muck?
God damn it!
Muck, what's your thoughts on the Chinese?
Fucking Xi Jinping, fucking motherfucker!
I think I just have to knock the bad thoughts out of my head. I think that I have to take this chair here and knock the bad thoughts out of my head. I think I have to knock the bad thoughts out of my head. Is this figure making me Chinese right now? When I hold this figure, is this figure making me Chinese? Guys, I'm gonna try a durability test. Whoa, guys. CT Toys Wolverine smoking my cigar. It's like the real Wolverine. He's smoking my cigar right now.
Motherfucking Chinese, like the fucking vaccine.
It's time for a day of reckoning, all right? God talks about the rapture. He talks about all these bad things that happen on a daily basis. One of those bad things is this thing being thrown into the fucking fire and never being touched again. Oops. How'd that get in there? Can you get a close-up of that figure just like burning to a crisp? God, that's gonna stink. How fucking bad that is. Look at how shit that is. Kind of looks like Muck, don't you think this looks a little bit like a George Bush?
Goddamn George Bush, 9/11, motherfucker.
Doesn't this look a little bit like George Bush, Muck?
You know what it looks like? Bill Clinton. Throw the Antichrist in the fire.
Throw him out. Look at the box here. So it says Wolverine X-Men CT. What's going on here? 138? You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like Epstein.
Fucking Epstein.
When you think 138, I think of the 138 kids that Jeffrey Epstein had at his island.
Fucking Jeffrey Epstein. I heard he has an egg penis.
He has an egg-shaped penis. That is true, Muck. Now, guys, look at this. If you look at Wolverine here, doesn't that kind of look like an egg? Look at the top of his head, Muck. Doesn't that look like an egg?
Holy shit! Fucking Jeffrey Epstein is on this X-Men!
Alright, now let's try the CT Toys Gambit. Fuck, dude. So the thing is with this figure is you probably noticed that it's very smashed right now. That was not due to my psycho friend's fault. It's actually due to the fact that when I got this thing shipped in, it came like this. Let's get this thing open. Alright, we got it open. Whoa. Alright, now looking at the CT Toys Gambit, oh shit. Oh, guys, look at this. Look at what happened to his legs. How'd this happen? This happened in shipment. How'd this happen to my figure that I spent $25 on? It's really quiet out here. Look at that. Look at how they're flopping around. It's like a little shrimp. Guys, if you imagine this in a little ocean and it starts swimming around, it's like a little shrimp. Now, like I said in my video reviewing this figure, the actual cloth goods here, it looks like shit. You know, this is way too thick. It's the wrong color. Fucked up paint apps. You know, you got overspray all over the place, especially on the legs. Unfortunately, his arms kind of broke off through my stomping there. He's already half broken. Let's just toss him in the fire. Let's be real here. God, look at that. Isn't that crazy? Look at that leg right there. I guess I'm being a little bit too picky right now, but let me explain something to you. My issue stems out of the fact that these people are looking at these CT Toys bootlegs and saying that they're just like the original. If you were to say that, I'd probably assume that you're retarded. Probably assume that you can't dress yourself in the morning, and when you try to talk, all that comes out of your mouth is that's what I would imagine would come out of your mouth. When you look at these figures, it's a good viable option if you're somebody who doesn't have any money, if you're just getting to the hobby, etc. But to look at these figures and try to tell me that they are the exact same product. Listen, I understand that you guys see the poggers, pop! I understand that you look at the CT Toys Daredevil and you think that's like incredible. It's a base body with a base paint job that requires no amount of effort, very easy to do. It's kind of a fun little party. It's kind of like here you have the little magic effect. I want to I want to shove this up someone's asshole. All right, let's look at the Batman. Hush Bayman. Doesn't say Batman, it says Bayman. Patrick Bateman? Patrick Bateman, American Psycho, Sigma? This is another hyped release. Oh, how the fuck did I do that? So this is another big attempt by CT Toys at doing soft goods. So you have this full cape here. You know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I quite like this cape. My issue with this figure is how glossy this paint job is. What's up, guys? Pepito Customs here. Slight little modification. You see, there's not a lot of articulation in this, chest area, so I figured that maybe. Oh, how'd that happen? Let's try that again. There's really not a lot of, head articulation. Guys, that's just breaking like nothing. What the hell? So if you look at this, so this is the modification that I did. So you can see actually here, you can actually move that torso joint a lot better now. But you know what? I'm not really too content with this modification, so let's throw it in the fire. Ugh, icky. Now oh god, that fucking stinks. So other accessories that you get with this is you get your gargoyle stand. This is actually a pretty cool little piece to get. Ugh. Guys, you shouldn't be able to do that.
Goddamn gargoyle. It reminds me of Bill Clinton's scrotum. He sent a hurricane to Hades to steal the children for Jeffrey Epstein.
Guys, do you see Batman's head anywhere? I'm trying to look for Batman's head. I drop all my figures and I'm looking for Batman's head and I just can't seem to find Batman's head. You guys spot on the screen, put a red arrow somewhere where Batman's head is, guys? I'm looking for Batman's head and I just can't seem to find Batman's head. Do you guys see Batman's head anywhere? Guys, I seem to have found Batman's head. Look, that's him angry.
He's upset because they made him get the vaccine.
Guys, oh my god, trick shot, dude, perfect. Look at that, dude, in between the fucking grill grate. Muck, this is it. This is the big deal, Muck.
Oh yeah.
If you guys remember, this was what, my second CT Toys review after the Agent Venom that I put in mustard. You guys remember the mustard video? Now you see he's missing an arm here. What's that Bible quote? Like, if your hand causes you to sin, then chop it off.
Amen.
So my favorite thing about this finish on this figure is how just acid it is. The red isn't the actual proper metallic. It's just a very cheap, like candy apple glossy red. The plastic feels very bad. The joints feel very bad. Thanks, Mark. Guys, a biker just rode past.
Come here, buddy. We're gonna light this thing like we're gonna light Joe Biden on fire.
Now I'm a bit more level-headed after smashing my head into the chair. You guys are probably thinking, like, Schizo, like, you started your career off a CT Toys video. Something that you guys don't understand is men can change. When I made that first video, I was very naive to the whole concept of real figures versus bootleg. After I finally bought that actual Daredevil figure, there was a massive, change in quality that I experienced. Every single CT figure that I bought since then hasn't really, satisfied me. There's always so many QC issues, whether it's with the joint articulation or the paint job. People really like to talk about brand loyalty and about how it's cringe. Well, the thing is that you guys don't realize is there's far more brand loyalty to CT Toys and Mayfex, Amazing Yamaguchi, any of these companies. The thing is, these are people that don't have any experience with these real import figures. They're 12-year-old kids, and they'll argue with you and attack you over opinions that you have over CT Toys. Like, guys, look at Spider Criminal. Like, this person doesn't even hate bootlegs, but over the fact that he doesn't collect them, doesn't say anything like overly positive about it. People go after him, call him the #1 CT Toys hater. As somebody that I would call a dear friend of mine. For you to get any positive interaction from people who collect CT Toys, you have to be, something like Rock of the Great or Action Display that exclusively only say positive things about this. Let me tell you something. CT Toys is not taking over fucking anything. Bootlegs are not taking over anything. Neither is Mess Toys. Neither are any of these bootleg companies, AC Factory, etc. When I first made my video, the topic of CT Toys and bootlegs were already like a really, really big thing. But now when you look at it, like, bootlegs are actively dying in the community. Everybody knows what to expect of them, and the new thing is third-party companies, like your LPZZ, Muff Toys, all these companies that are coming out of the woodworks on, like, Toys Metaverse. Bootlegs themselves are kind of a dying thing, a dying breed. You know what, I guess we can get on to the next topic of this video, which is a short little Q&A that I gave you guys the opportunity to involve yourself in. Let's get into this short little Q&A here. So I asked you to ask me some questions on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, and I picked my favorite questions that I'd like to answer, so I'll answer them now. I'm not going to read off any usernames because I don't care, but I'll read off the questions. When is the next telling people to kill themselves video, and who's going to be in it? I'm never making another one of those videos again. If that's the only reason why you watch me, I hope you hang yourself in the morning. What exactly got you into toys in the first place, and what made you want to start a YouTube channel? And what criticism do you have of the space itself and / or other toy channels? In parentheses, what exactly makes you not like channels like Kazuma and Matt Cracks, etc.? What made me want to start a YouTube channel in this specific niche is I've had YouTube channels before this, so I've been doing YouTube for probably like 10 years or so. This is the first channel I've ever had that actually like really popped off, but what made me want to do this in the beginning is I was getting back into the hobby because I found out about bootlegs. You want to fuck off? Muck, is 9/11 about to happen again?
Fuck it, it's 9/11 too. They're gonna call it 9/12.
They're gonna hit the Pentagon, Muck.
The fucking better. Not Lord Trump. Trump, get out of there. We gotta warn him. Let me Truth Social him.
Muck, you have Truth Social?
Of course I do.
Do you have X?
I recently got it again, but
Guys, follow Muck on X. I was looking at the niche and realized that not a lot of people were making really high quality content that were either comedy or entertainment focused, and I decided to do that myself and thought that I'd be able to compete and make something that wasn't being made at the time, which I mean I am. What got me into toys in the first place is just being a kid, man, and I grew up with a lot of OG YouTubers in the space, like the Review Spot and Shardom's Prime. And it's just something that I've been doing basically my entire life, just collecting, etc., buying little knickknacks and little action figures. Something I'd like to talk about is the overwhelming amount of YouTubers that use Gooner, very degenerate, half-naked anime figures with giant tits bigger than their head and their torso. A lot of people use it as a crutch to get views, such as people like, I'll bleep the name, but Nostalgia Unboxed, and some other people, even Rocco at some times. And I think it's very degenerate how you can go from making like a little cute little Batman figure video to a figure that you look at and want to fuck. I'm very conscious that I don't make videos for kids, but at the same time I don't want to make videos that could potentially ruin a child's life. Dude, what's happening right now?
What the fuck are people doing at 5:30 on a Monday?
they're doing 2 9/11s. Bush is back at it.
Fuck, where are all these planes coming from? All these jets?
It's Mike Pence. He did it. JD Cardano, please.
I'm very conscious that I don't make kids videos, but at the same time, I don't want to make a video that potentially ruins a child's life by reviewing, a degenerate figure like a snail shell or of the sort. But anyways, even besides that, people who make videos like that, you could stuff them all in a cage and drown them underwater. It doesn't matter to me. I also think that there's a big problem with ego in the community with people like Azuma, where, if you think about it, when you're in your deathbed, when you're 75 and you're thinking back to your entire life, you know what you have to make of it? I made videos on action figures for kids. So to have an ego over this, no matter how much money you're making, the size of your channel, is very degenerate and very cringe to me. And I've sure as hell met a lot of people in the community privately that have been very weird towards me, gave me an attitude, and shit talked me. I'm not going to name any names, but there's definitely a lot of people who don't like me. And it's very weird for this to be sort of like this group that you have to kind of, be invited into. It's kind of like, the movie Eyes Wide Shut? It's kind of like Eyes Wide Shut. It's kind of like the Illuminati, which Muck knows a lot about.
Goddamn Bill Clinton starting the Illuminati back up. Him and Hillary.
It's kind of like this group that you have to be accepted into with all these big channels, and the fact that I've been kind of blacklisted, it's sort of a brand risk. I've experienced a lot of people who give me a lot of attitude and a lot of bad reception. Anyway, that's about it. What do you think about your fans? What would be your other choice in content to make something other than toys? Probably what I'm doing now, man. IRL content, me fucking around, doing whatever the hell I want. Eventually, I want this channel to head into an IRL-focused direction and kind of stray away from toys. I would say that I'm not really much of a toy tuber myself. I make a lot of videos outside of the niche. That's probably what it'd be, more shit like this. So if you want to see more shit like this, then I guess stay tuned. Will you buy a Joy Toy Space Marine? They are awesome, just ask Moonjockey. Yeah, probably. I really want to get that Black Knight figure. There's another fucking plane. Yeah, I'd probably get them. They're very cheap, very good paint apps, unlike CT Toys over here. What's a figure brand that you think is high quality, good service, and that you seriously support? Mezco, man. Do you also think NECA's figures are hot dog ass for man children who love the 80s? I think you're a fat retard. I actually quite like NECA. I own a few figures myself, and if you're like, if you think anything negative about them, you're pretentious and a fucking idiot, and I want you to stop watching my videos. Very easy to get them at every fucking store. Pretty good paint apps and details. Look at the old fucking Dead Space NECA figures. How would you handle someone who's constantly belittling your hobbies and passions or making you feel lame for finding enjoyment in stuff like figures, collectibles, etc.? What I would tell you is, why do you care? I'm planning on collecting figures. Should I save up to buy one expensive figure, 100 plus, or should I buy more affordable figures, $60 or less? What's your advice? I think that if you've never owned a figure before, that you should probably start out small. Maybe even get a CT Toys figure. And then once you know that you actually do really like the product, then I'd say there's really no problem with getting maybe a third party, LPZZ is like in a pretty affordable range, like $85 or so. I know the Muck here, $85 for a fucking toy is probably insane.
Fucking stupid, you can buy a gun.
What is your all-time grail figure like one you'd kill the president for? Muck doesn't like us talking about killing President Donald Trump.
No, I love that guy. I pray to him every night. I have his body pillow. I read his Bible. I bought his Bitcoin. I bought his used socks.
Did you buy his shoes and like
Oh, of course. I got his phone. I have my other phone as my wallpaper. It's him, but with a six-pack of abs and a humongous ding-a-ling.
I'm really interested in that Mezco mask figure. I don't care about the movie. I think it's pretty ass, and I haven't read the comics. So I'm very interested in that, and I really want that Sin City Marv. So if I can make my money back on this video, hit up my Ko-Fi Schizo Toy Reviews. I had some nice little feller by the name of K donate me a $5. Thank you very much for that. And if you guys want to donate me, Ko-Fi, in a little description below. I struggle with finding and figuring out positions for my figures. What's the best way you found that helps you with that? Look at Instagram accounts and TikToks that do figure posing, or even what I used to do was look at comic panels and try to copy the poses that's in those specific comic panels. What is the joy that you personally get out of the toy/figure collecting hobby? Maybe a story as an example. I just like buying shit. Opinions on the future of third party from Transformers and Mess Toys. I wouldn't consider Mess Toys a peak third party company, but something that's happening right now is a lot of people are complaining about the price of imports. Well, you have companies like LPZZ that are making things very affordable for anywhere from $70 to $80, which is really insane for the product they give that are arguably better than a lot of these imports. I honestly think that these third-party companies are going to bring back the peak era of collecting where it's very affordable and you get very high-quality products. Because for a lot of people, collecting is a luxury within itself, and these companies are definitely bringing that back, if that makes any sense. I actually want to read off this guy's name. It's Skivity Yay, and he has Kanye West as Skivity Toilet as his Twitter profile picture. He says, will you ever open a Discord server for your community? Fuck no. Is that coffee shop safe from your wrath? Do you think the toy collecting hobby is going to start to die out more and more with things like tariffs and inflation in the near future? No, man. I think third-party companies are going to really bring back the whole pizzazz to collecting. And another fucking plane. I wanna bomb one of these fucking planes, dude. I wanna take a fucking rocket launcher and blow the thing to shreds and kill everyone inside of it. Who would you love to be sponsored by? Mezco. I guess that's about it. So this video cost me a lot of money, a lot of time and effort. We spent probably like 4 hours in total just driving to fucking get here, get all the supplies, etc. I think thanking people's pretty gay, but I'll say, thank you for getting me here to the point where I can fund dumbass video ideas like this. Maybe, hopefully, if this video does well, there'll be more to come. But that's about it. What can we do here?
Riz up that dude's girlfriend again.
Jessica, if you're watching this, I love you, baby. I miss you. And my DMs are always open if things don't work out with Kazuma. Muck's here, if you don't like me. Muck, tell Jessica how you're good for her, man.
I have 14 AR-15s. If the government asks, I have 3. I got a big yard in the middle of fucking Kentucky, and my life's goal, well, I was gonna say it's to take care of Bill Clinton, but there's also Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton,
Nancy Pelosi,
Nancy Pelosi,
Gavin Newsom,
Gavin Newscum, if you like trying to take care of political figures. I would do you well.
Who am I gonna watch? Who am I gonna watch after this?
Charlie Kirk fan edits.
I'm gonna watch Charlie Kirk fan edits now. See ya.